Hey you guys, this is just going to be a quick car chat. I wanted to talk about choosing a job or a career in the healthcare field as a nurse or as a nursing assistant. If you are over the age of 50 and you have never been a nurse or a nursing assistant and you are thinking about going into that field because, you just think it's just, easy, or you think that it's just something new for you to try or whatever, please don't do that. You are too old. You are too old. I am over 50 and I am a CNA, but I've been a CNA for an extremely long time, y'all, a long time. So I have developed the thick skin for it. I have developed the mental toughness for it. And at my age right now, my body is just now starting to feel the physicality of it because I'm getting older, right? But if you're just now starting out and you are 50 and you're thinking about doing this type of work, y'all, please find something else to do because you are not going to be able to survive. You're just not, because the mental and the physicality of the work is going to be too much for you. I've seen people come into starting in the healthcare field in their 50s, late 40s, starting off as CNAs, or they come in and they're new nurses and the job literally eats them alive and they end up quitting before they've even had a chance to even develop any skills or anything like that. They end up quitting because the job is too much. You have people coming in, starting, and then literally the middle of their shift, they quit. And when you do stuff like that, it makes it very difficult on the people who are already working there. So please be certain that healthcare, CNA work, nursing is really what you want to do. If you are in your 20s and you want to be a CNA or you want to be a nurse, that is fine. That is fine. Because if you want to be a nurse or a CNA in your 20s, and you really want it to be a career, you have a lot of years to work and to develop your nursing craft or your CNA craft. You have a lot of years to develop that. But I do advise, if you are in your 20s and you are a CNA, work towards becoming a nurse. At least work towards becoming a nurse. I never wanted to be a nurse, but work towards that at least. But in your 20s, you have a lot of years if you don't quit before then, because a lot of times people realize, no, this is not for me. I just can't come in here every day and take care of these people and get cursed out and have to turn around and clean their behind. Like, I just can't do it. That's the attitude of a lot of people, and I understand that. But at least if you stick it out, you have a lot of years to develop into becoming a wonderful, wonderful nurse, a great nurse, a caring nurse, or a great CNA or a caring CNA. But if you realize early on in your 20s, as you are in nursing, or in your 30s, and you realize that this is not the job for you, please find something else to do. Find another career path, because if you stay in this career path in healthcare, it will slowly eat at you, especially if it's not something that you know early on. You're like, oh wow, I got my nursing license, but I don't like it. Get out of it, and get out of it quickly. Because you're going to turn into the type of nurse that no one is going to want to work with. You're going to turn into the type of nurse that people are going to just hate working with. And you don't want to be that type of nurse or a nursing assistant. You want to be there and you want to be able to take care of your people the best of your ability. So please know that it is not for the mentally weak. It is not for the faint of heart. If you are going to work in healthcare, you really have to want to work in healthcare. And some people think that they do until they actually get in it. And then they're like, oh my God, I had no idea. Yeah, you had no idea. You really don't until you do it. But don't stay in it because you think the money is good. Don't stay in it because it is, and a lot of people stay in healthcare because it is a safe job, meaning, there's always going to be sick people. Sick people are always going to exist, unfortunately, because people don't take care of themselves like they used to. So sick people are always going to exist. But what I'm saying to you is be absolutely sure that this is the career that you want to take. Because right now, y'all, I see nurses and CNAs alike who have been in this field for so long, y'all, and they are just so, when they are at work, you can tell they are just so, like, disconnected. Very disconnected. They come in there, they're like a robot, y'all. They do their work and then they are done. And you can tell that any type of compassion or feeling or, love for the job has just left their whole entire being when they're there. It has just left because they've done it for too long and they realized early on they didn't want to do it and they stayed in it. But that's not to say there's other phases of healthcare that you can do. I'm talking about the ones who do direct patient care. They work on the unit as nurses or CNAs and they have just had it. They are done. They are burnt out. They can't do it no more. And kudos to the ones who know that and they just leave. They're like, y'all, I'm out of here. I just cannot do this anymore. I've had many a days like that. And at my age now, I'm really seriously considering finding something else to do because the work is just hard. The older I've gotten, the harder it is. So I say all that to say, please make sure healthcare is what you want to do. Please make sure nursing is what you want to do. Please make sure that taking care of people all day long and getting no thanks and getting cussed out and told that what you're doing is not enough and being cussed out and then have to go back and clean somebody's behind, the same person that called you all types of names. Please understand that this is what healthcare is. You're not going to have patients who are always so nice and sweet. You're going to have people that's going to curse you out, that's going to yell at you, that's going to do all sorts of things. And you have got to have compassion for those people. You've got to have compassion for those people because they are in a situation that some of them did not ask for. And that is where your mental toughness has to come in. And a lot of people cannot handle that. They cannot deal with that. But that is what comes with the job. That's what comes with the territory. I'm not saying it's right to be abused as a healthcare worker, but it is what comes with the job. Just know that you get to go home at the end of the night and you get to wash all that off, and then you get to go home and be with your family and live your life. A lot of these people, they're not going home. They are in these nursing homes for the rest of their life. Some of these people don't have no family come see them. They don't have nobody come see them. They don't. For, whatever reason. For whatever reason, y'all have to fix my phone. For whatever reason, they ain't got nobody to come in there and come see them. So they're mad, they upset, and they take it out on you. So please understand before you become a healthcare worker that these are the types of things that you deal with. And it's not just the healthcare workers, y'all. It's not just nurses and CNAs. It goes for the housekeepers because they're in those rooms, cleaning those rooms, and patients are yelling at them, screaming at them. And them folks just in there trying to clean your room and make sure that your room is clean and sanitized and you are living in a clean environment. They get the same type of abuse, y'all. Anybody that go into these patients' rooms and take care of them, you get the same type of abuse. So please make sure it is what you want to do. I see so many young people coming in there as CNAs or young nurses, y'all, and they don't even make it, y'all. They just quit. Or they go to another place and it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Healthcare is hard, it's mentally draining, and it's physically grueling on your body. That's why if you are over 50, y'all, do not come in as a CNA if you're over 50. Not if you're just starting out as a CNA. The first day, you are going to be done. A lot of CNAs come here like, I can't believe you come here and y'all do this every day. I'm like, yeah, because it's hard. The more you do it, then you will learn how to work smarter and not harder. But a lot of people, they don't even make it to that because they just leave. So if anybody's watching this and y'all want to be a nurse or y'all want to be a CNA, just understand that it is hard work. It's a thankless job because you don't get thanked for it. You have to go in there and know that your thanks come from God. God is thanking you every day for taking care of these people. Because you ain't going to get no thanks from your managers. You're not going to get no thanks from, you know, anybody. You have to get your thanks from God. That's where it's going to have to come from. Because if you think you're going to get a high five after you done, you know, did all this work all day, took care of these people all day, and your back is hurting, your legs is hurting, your feet is hurting. If you think you're finna get a high five as you walking out the door, you know, what you're going to get is, can you work tomorrow? Can you come in tomorrow after you done worked 4 straight days and you tired as all get out, 12-hour shifts? Can you come in tomorrow? Or you forgot to chart this thing, or somebody complained that you did this. You're not going to get a thank you. You're going to get a bunch of complaints and a bunch of can you work and can you do this and you didn't do that. That's what you're going to get. The thank yous are very, very rare and far between. So healthcare, make sure it's what you want to do. Because when you come in there, y'all, and you quit in the middle of the day, you make it harder on other people that's already there. You make it tough. And I know you got to do what's best for you. At least finish out your shift. At least y'all finish out your shift. You made it halfway through the day. It's lunchtime. Just be sure it's what you want to do. That's all I'm trying to say. Be sure it's what you want to do. It's hard work. If you're over 50 and you're just now starting out, find something else to do. Just find you something else to do. Don't come in there as a new CNA and you 50 and you thinking you are not going to make it. Even as a nurse, if you come in as a new nurse over 50, you're not going to make it. Because despite what you may think, nurses, the good nurses, do not just sit behind the desk and delegate. No, they're out there in the trenches with you working. They're out there working too, giving out medication, doing all sorts of things, and still helping with patient care. The good ones. And I say the good ones because you got some real, okay? So the good ones, they out there with you working. So if you over 50, oh, I'm going to be a nurse, because I heard all they do is sit down behind the desk and point the finger, tell people what to do. No, ma'am, no, sir. Because if that's the type of nurse you want to be, your techs are not going to be your best friend. They're not going to be your best friend. And I mean that in the sense of the job. You're going to run into some real problems. So please understand, please take it seriously, and know. Understand what I'm telling you. It's tough work. It's hard work. I'm trying to find me something else to do because it's tough work. It's hard work. Understand that healthcare is not for the weak. All right. See y'all later. Bye now.